Number 2, Kyle Harrison on the bump. And the Giants, and I was right here, just kind of just do it because all these openers in Petco Park, they all have a similar theme. I feel like they blow the games late all the time. Bullpen game, bullpen blows it. It feels, I don't know, I could be wrong there, but it feels like it's a low scoring, it's a grinded out game.
I would agree.
And they seem to blow up. They're 0-6 all time in openers at Petco Park. That's crazy.
We can agree Logan Webb's a beast.
Yeah. I thought he pitched great.
Yeah, I mean, for your first outing, usually the pitchers are a little behind the hitters at this point, and things will catch up. And I thought he was fine yesterday. And I think the reason, I mean, this is day one, right? This is day one. This is what we do. This is and this is what Bob Melvin's doing. That's the other thing. I think people discredit, like, oh, you're questioning everything. You don't think Bob Melvin's thinking, oh, maybe I shouldn't have gone to Luke Jackson. That's what every dugout in America from 10U all the way up to the bigs. You're constantly thinking, should I go to this guy? Should I go to that guy? Should we do this in this situation? Well, I just look at it this way. Luke Jackson was last year. Taylor Rogers is one of your better players. Yeah. You got 2 lefties coming up. If you're going to play all the numbers and do the lefty-righty thing throughout the lineup, stick to that algorithm.
Yeah, no doubt. Spinoni just whispered in my ear because we know Spinoni's an A's fan.
What'd he say?
Go ahead, Spinoni.
Just say it.
That was his problem in Oakland.
What?
He could never get the right guy in the right situation in the right moment.
In terms of bullpen.
Bullpen in big games. It never just, you juxtaposed it, and we did this on the airways for a long time. Bochy, something about that magical touch. Yeah. Bob Melvin has the opposite of that.
Well, it's interesting because there is
at least in the playoffs. I want to be clear there.
There is a feel.
It's just one game. We're not.
I know, but there is a feel to going to the right guy in the right spot in the right moment, right? And sometimes you can, like Bochy, I thought kind of, and the team got worse. Kind of lost a little of that magic toward the end. If we're being honest,
I just thought you get to the 7th inning. You know what time it is.
Yes, exactly.
And it's time to set the tone and establish what you do. It's a 3-inning game. You got the lead. You get the lead. It's the Rogers brothers and Duvall.
Yes.
It's operation get the ball to Duvall.
100%.
You don't waste a like Luke Jackson. You want to go, no. This is high leverage. This is what they lead. You go to your guys. Now, when Luke Jackson got in the game, again, the Giants, they go up 3-2 at the top of the 7th inning. Jung Hoo Lee hits the sac fly.
Good at bat.
Ahmed, yeah, no doubt. Nick Ahmed is out on double play, whatever. But Michael Conforto scores.
Yeah, where's he going on that?
Yeah, I don't know where the hell he's going.
Where was he going?
So it's 3-2. And right away, Luke Jackson gives up back-to-back singles.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute. I thought I was tripping. Mm-hmm. I thought, I had baby Chaz with me and I'm watching on the iPad. She's got the movies on, Tangled or whatnot. She's doing her thing.
Yeah.
I thought I was like, wait a minute. It's the 7th inning. Why wouldn't you go Rogers, Duvall? Rogers, Duvall.
I believe it was righty, lefty, or lefty, righty, lefty. Like there were multiple lefties.
Righty, lefty.
What was it?
It was a righty and then 2 lefties.
That's okay. That's why I was right originally. So, and like in my estimation, in that situation, like you have to face 3 batters as the minimum.
Yeah.
Right. I just didn't understand why you went to him right there.
Yeah,
of all the guys out of that bullpen, him and then Ryan Walker as well. I'm like,
I wasn't feeling.
Those are like you're like 5th and 6th guys. Like, what are we doing? That's all.
I wasn't necessarily feeling that. You think about Luke Jackson last year.
He was hurt.
He was hurt most of the season. He was hurt. That's why he was kind of lost last year.
That's what I'm saying.
So last year, 33 appearances, 33 games, 2.97 ERA, 33 innings, 43 strikeouts. So in his small sample size, Luke Jackson was solid. Now, how many of those situations were high leverage situations? Not 100% sure there, but Luke Jackson did play well. Now, the whip was a little high, 1.23 whip. You want to get that down there. You want to get the walks out. That's the problem. 15 walks in 33 innings, or 33 games in 33 innings. So you can't walk guys like that. It's just not a good performance from him. I'm anticipating that we'll see Rogers Duvall in the future, but that was a great time to do it. Try it out. It's 3-2. It's opening day. Let's see it.
How about the kid from Stanford coming in after Ryan Walker, the big lefty, 6'5", Eric Miller, who they had acquired from the Phillies, and I'm saying to myself, this guy's a revelation.
Yeah,
he's throwing 98 from the left side, and his dad is jacked out of his mind in the stands. That was the guy I'm like, oh, okay. Where'd you get this guy?
Farhan does fine arms. There's no doubt about that.
I will give him that.
There's no arms. How about the Yaz at bat yesterday? 0 for 4, 3 strikeouts. Why is he batting 5th?
Can I ask about
maybe I'm just too much caught up into the lineups. Like, that matters to me, the lineup order. How you try out the lineup. When I'm an opposing team, when I'm an opposing fan, I like to see the other lineups like, okay, this is the meaning of the order. This is going to be tricky here in this inning. Like, I'm looking at, I want Soler batting third. I don't want Lamont Wade Jr. batting third. I want him batting second or get some speed right behind Jung Hoo Lee. Let's go. Let's get the action going. I just don't. Why is Yaz batting fifth?
It feels like there's this. It just feels like there's this entire movement of propping up Yaz when we kind of know what Yaz is a fourth outfielder.
He's a 4A player.
He was a fourth outfielder. Him. Defensively he's fine. Offensively, when you play him long stretches, he gets exposed. He had a nice start to his career. Everybody adjusted. He hasn't adjusted back. He's been injured a lot, which has derailed him. He's a nice guy, nice player, but so he hits for a little more power, but he's like Gregor Blanco with a little more power.
Yeah.
You don't play that guy every day.
Yeah.
And you certainly don't bat that guy in the 3-hole.
Yeah. No, I don't. I mean, he's batting fifth yesterday behind Matt Chapman. 3 strikeouts for Yaz. You get Estrada batting sixth, and Conforto. Conforto's a better hitter than Yaz. We can say what about Michael Conforto.
No,
he should not be
Conforto.
batting seventh.
Yeah, I like
He
Conforto.
should not be batting seventh.
And he's
not
a better two-strike hitter than Yaz in my estimation.
Not even close. Not even close. He's more of a threat at the plate. So that's my little nitpick about the Giants yesterday. But they lose 6-4. New look pie. Honestly, there's not enough made, I believe.
Of what?
Just my journalism hat is on.
Yeah.
Put the journalism crown on. I want to know what the hell.
Crown. I love how he said crown. He didn't even realize that he said crown.
Crown hat.
Why was it a robot?
I don't know. Hats on. Monte robotic Monte. What happened down in San Diego with Bob Melvin and the Padres? Why didn't it work out? I just want to know.
Well, okay, so there's this argument about the GM and him didn't get along, which I'll listen to. But the team dramatically underperformed, and they all hated each other.
Right. What's going on? The year before, the season before, they made the NLCS. Now, I understand Tatis Jr. was out for most of that year with the suspension and everything like that. Then he got hurt. But, man, I just, last year, they had spent all that money. They were offering Soto and Aaron Judge. They offered Aaron Judge $400 million to come to the table. They were aggressive, hyper-aggressive, and it just flamed out. What happened?
I don't know. I don't know. And I look at that team, the Padres. They're a very interesting organization because they've got a lot of talent in the minor leagues. If you look at where they rank, and playing that kid in center field at 20 years old,
Jackson Merrill,
he's a player. You could just see it. I mean, the guy, he flies out there in the outfield.
First round pick in 2021.
I look at him. I mean,
he's 6'3", 195. Jackson Merrill. He looks the part.
He does look the part, but. I look at him like, you gave an 11-year deal to Xander Bogaerts, and 1 year in, he's playing second base.
Yeah.
And now Choi's a better shortstop than him. That's undeniable. That contract's not going to look good.
But you know what, though? They don't care. They just got a professional clubhouse.
No, I know. Well, they got Cronenworth and him, Choi, Machado, DH, they've got a squad.
They've got a squad.
And I always like Profar, and it's good to see him sticking around.
Yeah, no, Profar was he was a hot prospect. He was a hot prospect coming through the Texas Rangers system. One of those super prospects, never really panned out with injuries or whatnot. But he stuck around, man. He's a nice little utility player for the Padres. But they get to win. We get to see Kyle Harrison today. I'm
very excited for that.
Kyle Harrison today.
Very excited for that.
On the bump at Petco Park against Musgrove. Joe Musgrove, who got lit up by the Dodgers his whole career. All right.